Check this out. This is a shot of a dying star captured by NASA's Hubble Space Telescope.
Yeah, scientists say it takes about 10,000 years for a star to lose its twinkle. But for a dying star, it sure is pretty.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, as we shift to our weather forecast now, Jay Polk, once the clouds clear in Pueblo, although I'm sure the folks there are asking if they will clear at this point because they've been getting hit. We should have some nice pictures later on this evening, though.
That's right.
And where are we in the storm? I mean, is it past its way through?
Just about past its way through now, Greg and Dana. We are seeing that storm push off to the southeast and weaken just a bit over the last 15 or 20 minutes. This is the view from our 6th Street and Midtown Circle Chieftain studio camera. 70 degrees is the temperature. Before the storm hit, it was 87. It gives you an idea of how that heavy rain has really driven those temperatures down. Winds out of the east-southeast at 12 miles per hour, and of course you see those drops on the camera. This is the live HD Doppler radar. The bulk of what we're seeing now is to the southwest of the city along Highway 96 heading over towards Beulah and eventually towards Westcliff. We're seeing this flood advisory. Now this is an aerial flood advisory until 7:30 for this area, highlighted in this greenish blue box on your screen, which of course includes the city of Pueblo. This is urban and small stream flooding that we're talking about as we go through the next half hour, 45 minutes. We'll continue to track that for you. As we look at the live HD Doppler radar now, zooming it out a bit to portions of El Paso and Pueblo counties east of the city, east of Pueblo in particular. You can see over towards Avondale, we're seeing a fairly heavy shower for you. Also to the north of Avondale into southeastern portions of El Paso County down towards Hanover and Truckton. And zooming it out to the full range now, there are additional showers to deal with south of Walsenburg down towards Trinidad and the Raton Pass. So this will be a travel concern for you if you're heading south of Pueblo down to the New Mexico line tonight. And we're seeing some additional storms over towards Kim along 160 and also to the northeast as you head up Highway 24. Watch out for this storm as it continues to push off to the southeast towards Lyman over the next hour or thereabouts. Skyscan satellite radar shows us which way these showers are moving, mostly to the east or east-northeast at a pretty good clip. So this is the good news. Although we have seen heavy rain rates, they've been moving just fast enough to so far avoid any kind of flash flooding. But again, watch out in the city of Pueblo in particular. Skycast as we go through the rest of the evening is going to call for these showers and storms to mainly be aligned south of Highway 50 by the time we go into our early Sunday morning, and then they fade away. Our morning time plans look pretty good if you're going to be heading out and about in the morning, and then as the afternoon goes on, guess what? More showers and storms. And again, the main threat is for heavy amounts of rain because after all, it's still the monsoonal season. So showers and storms are possible. Some of these could be on the strong side. Watch out for some small hail and gusty winds as well as we go through the afternoon. And the bulk of what we see is once again to the west of I-25, south of I-70. Skycast precipitation predictor. If we find yourself underneath one of the thunderstorms, we'll see heavy amounts of rain, possibly in pretty short amounts of time. So as you head out towards Cripple Creek, the Skycast is predicting about 0.6 of an inch, but you have to get a thunderstorm there first. About half an inch in Turkey Creek on 115, and lesser totals as you head into other portions of the Pikes Peak region. Southwest of Pueblo, we're expecting a decent amount of rain, about 0.4 in Colorado City, and also as you head off along Highway 285, light rain expected, but more is going to be falling according to the Skycast over towards the Continental Divide. 60 in the Springs tonight, also 62 in Canyon City as well as in Pueblo. Lower to middle 60s out in the plains, 56 in Lyman, 40s and 50s up in the high country. And the 7-day forecast calls for temperatures to be sitting in the 80s across the board, but they'll go up and down just a shade. Little kitty roller coasters for us this week. Chances for showers and storms take us all the way through Tuesday. And then we see a dry spell Wednesday through Friday before more chances for rain return as we go into next weekend. Lows are in the 50s. Pueblo, you'll be in the 60s for your lows with some upper 50s for one of those days. That's Saturday morning. High temperatures overall are going to be sitting in the lower to middle 90s, and there's that dry stretch for you also. Canyon City, you'll be in the mid to upper 80s. And then lower 90s by next Wednesday and Thursday as we begin to see a slight warm-up. The temperatures go up as the rain chances go down just a bit. Then we see that chance for rain return by next Saturday in Canyon City. And in Teller County, it's middle 70s for you, mid to upper 70s by next Wednesday and Thursday. Lows are going to be in the upper 40s and lower 50s. It's all fairly typical stuff. The dry stretch is not always that typical, especially for the monsoon season, but even with the mountain locations, we'll see only very spotty chances for storms by the middle of next week.
And 17 degrees in Pueblo in just a couple of hours.
It's
Wow.
pretty drastic.
It's about an hour actually it took for it to drop. When it started raining at the Chieftain studio, it went like you could see the temperature dropping every time it took a little reading. It's amazing.
All right, well, we'll be watching throughout the night. Jay, thank you so much. Josh is here with